Yeah, we are live. Good morning, my beloveds. Good, glorious God force, love intelligence. Oh, we are so blessed. Welcome. Look where we are. Hello, my beloveds. Thank you for your blessings. This being live with you today and having the incredible joy of interviewing the incredibly beautiful, inside and out, wise, fascinating cacao ceremony captain, Christina Maria CICCI, who we are so blessed to have in-house Saturday night here at Love and Light Regeneration. She's going to be holding a cacao tasting ceremony and meditation. She has lived with the Belizean farmers. Oh, here she comes. Good morning, gorgeous.
Hi.
Hi, babe. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can. Maybe you don't want to hear me. Hi, gorgeous. Yeah, look at those beautiful blue beamers. I'm toasting you with some bunny to love. Now, this is a nice warm cuppa, but it sure as heck is not going to be as powerful and tasty and full of good alchemy as the wonderful brew that you have. And in addition to sharing with us about what you're going to be teaching us and leading us Saturday, by the way, call 561-531-7178 for more info and tickets, which we just dropped, not because you're not worth like 85 gazillion quadrillion to the pi of blueberry times more. It's because we realized we were charging more than our other, hello, good morning, everybody, so many people on. We were charging more than our other. We have quite a few events, and so we wanted to be in alignment. So it's $75. You get a cup of incredible tasting, and I'm actually gonna give you a minute to talk. You're not gonna believe that, but I am.
I love that you're actually combining it with the EES. I'm so curious as to what's going to happen because we've never done this before with the EES. So I'm just looking so forward and so curious to how the cacao is going to react with that energy. So
right. Everything is going to be like multiple times to the pi of strawberry with chocolate sprinkles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Activated in this hyper healthy environment. I'm just going to nudge the camera a tiny bit and put down my cup of you know what. Vodka. No, it isn't. Look, I want you to be able to see
5 o'clock somewhere.
That's right. It is 5 o'clock somewhere. You can see now, I think, a little better our beautiful units. I just want to make sure people can see where we are, right?
Yes.
So we're in a room. What Christina was alluding to is not only is she going to be leading this incredible ceremony, I'm so excited about it. I've never been privy to it. You are just such a blessing here. But here in our 24-unit womb room, we have 24 energy enhancement system units here that are a combination of scalar, Fibonacci waves, pulsed electromagnetic energy, and so much more. You know, that can be seen here. I'm just trying to make sure people can see. Bear with me with my hand. I'm sorry, folks. Bear with me. There we are. I think we're good now. Right? Is it visible? You know, you guys can let me know on camera and I'll be able to see, but I would love for you to tell me, how did you come from this interesting background, you know, being involved in NASCAR with your family to being this, you know, alchemy queen of cacao?
Yeah. So I do have a culinary background as well. So I own my own restaurant. So growing up in the NASCAR world, it's all been so, you know, it was a wonderful, wonderful experience, but very, very fast paced, as you can imagine.
I can imagine. Vroom, vroom.
And a cutthroat business. So being in that environment, you know, when the recession happened in 2008, we had to shut everything down. We lost all of our sponsorship. My dad sold everything in the nick of time before the bottom dropped out, and I had to reinvent myself. I thought that's what I was going to be doing for the rest of my life. So that's when I went to culinary school, wanted to be involved, but I've always had this interest in the esoteric, in energy. Had my Reiki certification, yoga certification, always involved in this, but doing it as a hobby. So really, really always interested in near-death experience stories and ancient civilizations. So I had my restaurant, and that was a crash and burn too during COVID, which I shut that down. But my love of cooking and I'm also sommelier. So I love bringing flavors to people. And if there can be an impact where it's something that can change their lives for the better, then I'm all about it. So,
you just radiate so much good high energy, darling. And isn't it interesting? You know, I call it clarification trust. It's a hybrid of, always contrast and clarification. And you seem to have been able to pick up the pieces, whether it was your restaurant or, just feeling like you wanted something different because of what you dealt with your family, and taking yourself on this really fascinating journey. So tell us, how is it that you ended up in Belize?
Yeah, so I had a family who lived in Belize for about 25 years in Placencia, down in the southern part, almost on the Caribbean. And I would vacation there every year. And that was my oasis. They just took care of me. And anytime I go and travel somewhere, I want to be part of the culture. And then with my food background, I am so always interested in what the local culture is doing with food. And so cacao is a big industry. Chocolate's an industry in Belize. And so I visited one year, and I found this farm. And I'm not into like the touristy stuff, I want authentic. So
you want to be down with the people, baby.
Down with the peeps. So I found this farm, and we went for a day and sat with them. We toured the farm, got to meet the owner and the family. They're the ones that run it. They're like 4 generations cacao farmers.
Wow, 4 generations.
Yeah, they're of Mayan descent.
Yeah.
And so they've had this farm in their family. And so I actually got to make the chocolate with them, see how it's grown, see how it's made. And they're just all about the tradition and the energy. It's wholesome. It's really not processed in.
Well, you would just interrupt you for a second, darling. You would know it's not wholesome if from 4 generations of ingesting, if they were all pimply, which I bet they weren't. They were not pimply.
Right.
So know this is pure stuff that is minimally processed.
Absolutely.
We're not talking about your average cup of cocoa, folks.
No, this is heart cocoa. I call it my heart
cocoa.
So that's exactly what it does. And I had a traditional Mayan lunch with them. And, a couple years later, I found a woman taught me how to do cacao ceremonies. I just love her ceremonies. I still visit with her today and in ceremony. And I thought, you know what, this is an amazing opportunity to let me talk to this farmer and see if I can buy it direct from him and start promoting this product and really living it. And I did. And
I'm thrilled you felt that intuitive call. Please don't forget your thought. I saw that a number of people were telling me that they could only see the top half of my head, which I have to say is a pretty good half, because that's where my cerebral cortex resides. People, can you see me better now? Because I tell you something, I put on my lipstick today.
It might be the camera thing, but maybe have it set up.
Can you see me better, honey?
Yes.
Okay, great. Please do continue, because we are like salivating over your every word. I mean, we're so blessed to be able to taste your wonderful elixir. I cannot wait. Saturday, 4 to 5 p.m. here at Loving Light Regeneration. Go ahead.
Yes, and then sick, then we're another hour of the EES, right? So then we
So
can
that's
really
2 hours in the energy enhancement system, which, it's like, it's a big saving. So for $75 instead of
absolutely.
120, people are here. Plus they get your beauty and your wisdom and your sharing and your cacao. And
Yeah,
so what you're doing, darling, is you're mixing it with oat milk
that's right.
and maple syrup. Is that correct?
So I just like to sweeten it because it's non-sweetened. So we want it to taste good, right? We don't want to just suck it down because it's good for us. We want it
Not
to taste
here
good,
to
and I make it
suffer.
taste really good.
Suffering
So
is optional, but people can also bring their own form of milk and sweetener if they want. If oat milk isn't your cup of, and maple syrup, please feel free to bring your own.
and I'll tell you the method behind the madness for using the oat milk. So I've tried many other milks, and oat milk seems to have the most neutral flavor. So you actually get more of the cacao rather than the flavor of the milk. So that's where, and I use Oatly. So if there's any allergy, please look them up. You can look them up, and I can always use water as well. So that's the traditional way. They use water, but we don't use any dairy. You don't find cows in the jungle.
You don't.
So
none of those are cat cows, unless they have mad cow disease. Whoa, and then they'd be like, rawr, rawr. But okay, so now the traditional way you said, darling, is they mix it with water. Do they also sweeten it in the traditional way?
Yeah, they do a little bit, but not typically. So, but with our palates, our modern palates, we do want to bring it a little bit more palatable and delicious. So the maple syrup seems to, again, just give it this really rich and bring out the chocolate flavors. And then I add spices. I add some intention, the intention of the group to give it that loving energy.
I love that so much.
Yeah. So ginger and turmeric and cinnamon, just to kind of round out and give those healthy benefits of the spices as well.
Well, you are the captain of cacao ceremonies, my darling. You are the grand poobah, the queen. I bow to you. I am so excited to have you here. We are all here for the joy, for the freedom. We are here to shine our lights, and you are shining. Your light is like a little, I would say, sort of a nice kind of cacao brown mixed with orange and red and all the beautiful spices. I can't wait to hear more that you're going to share about, the wisdom of your journey. I know we're just giving people a little cacao sampler today.
Yes, a little kiss.
Go ahead, sweetheart. I just wanted everyone to feel the vibe of this. We're going to keep this up on Facebook and share it with my story. Good morning, John Williams, Alan Tobin, John Doherty, Danny McKiley. And if I missed everyone, I will catch up. I know there are quite a few folks on here. But thank you for listening and watching, and please come and join us if you're going to be in Palm Beach Gardens. Loving Light, regeneration.com. More information there. You can actually buy tickets to the event at our website, on our website. I heard my grammar queen inner being coming out there. Or call me, 561-531-7178. As you can see, we have 14 comfy recliners. So we're over half full. If you would like to purchase a ticket, you get 2 hours here in our beautiful energy enhancement system. So as our gorgeous cacao captain, Christina Marie Cicci. I love your last name. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I just love it.
That's correct in Italian.
Is it okay? Okay. So, and she said the room, which is, we have scalar energy being emitted. We have Fibonacci waves, which always makes me hungry for a bowl of pasta. Fibonacci with meatballs and sauce. I know that's not it. Dr. Sandra Rose Michael, creator of the system. Pulsed electromagnetic frequencies. This is like taking a photonic bath. It is a hyper healthy environment. So the first hour will be our beautiful hostess, Christina Marie Chichi, sharing, and you get a beautiful cup of incredibly healthy Belizean cacao sourced from the farmers in Belize where Christina lived, and she's going to share her knowledge in a led meditation. And then for the second hours, we're going to dim the lights, and you'll have just the glow of our salt lamps, and we'll have this lovely music. You can sleep, you can meditate, you can just chill out. So it's 2 hours in our energy enhancement system, which, you know, your telomeres will be longer, you'll be younger. Check it out. Thank you, Dr. Sandra Rose Michael, for creating this. Thank you to my beautiful partners here at Loving Light Regeneration, my blessed husband, Danny, and Gabby Knaus. And thank you most of all to you, gorgeous, inside and out, Christina Marie Chichi. And, you know, I'm not sucking up to you just because I want a big cup, but it might be. It might be something to do. Do you have anything else to say? We do have clients coming in shortly. We're open at 10.
I just wanted to kind of say that this is a beautiful experience. So what to expect is just a feeling of connectedness to not only yourself, but to just being a part of this earth and every living being, and just this joy and a natural state of where we're naturally intended to live. So it gives you a glimpse of being in that space, because we're so in the rat race of competition and survival, and that paired with the EES is just going to be amazing.
I'm so glad you alluded to that, darling. Our connection to our blessed Mother Earth, and, you know, the good soil, the riches of the soil is such a big part of who we are as humans. And oh my goodness, I couldn't think of a better person to bring it in. I just want to say Tammy Riley's on from Tasmania. Hi, Tammy.
Wow, welcome.
Maybe you bring Christina over. They just opened a center over there.
The NASCAR driver from Tasmania.
Look at this, Tammy. Tammy, are you listening? I love you so much, and love to Lil. John C. Carmley the third, not the second and not the fourth, is watching. Well, I am honored. I love you so much. We'll see you on Saturday, and let me know if you need anything else. We'll talk off cam, and thank you for celebrating with us. Lots of love to you.
Be a part of it.
Yay.
Thank you.
See you soon, darling.